Hello and welcome back to Hollow Acres Homestead. My name is Stephanie and today I have some seed starting stuff with me today. I am not quite in the garden, not quite in the front yard, kind of on the side of the house. I figured this would be the best place to do it, so I went and gathered up a bunch of random containers. This one, half the seeds didn't germinate. Other various things to start seeds in. I started a bunch of seeds a couple weeks ago. The ones that I transplanted out into the garden, I think I did it too soon. Just trying to fill in the space really, so everything was really small when I put it in and pests got to it, so they're gone. I need to pretty much start over. So that's what this is. These are leftover seed potatoes and some garlic that I have here. This isn't garlic, it's ginger. I don't have a place to put those. I might just go around randomly in the garden, just put some potatoes in the ground to see what happens. It is too late really to be growing these potatoes. At least I think it is. I'm gonna do it anyway. So I need to start more carrot seed. I'm going to do this obviously directly into the soil. Whenever you're starting carrots from seed, it's best to just put them directly into the soil. They're a root crop, so they don't like to be transplanted. Starting with my brassicas and greens, I keep them, right now I have them in Ziploc bags, in Ziploc bags, in Ziploc bags. It works. In a basket. Ziploc bag and a Ziploc bag and a Ziploc bag in a basket. Tiny seeds, I'm not going to pull them all out. Crap, I have to start over. I'm going to be planting a lot of seeds. Alright, pull them out. Nah, those won't grow right now. Rooters. Flowers. Flowers I'm going to plant are in the freezer. They're fine. For now. Okay. So I'm going to start with herbs and brassicas here. I have my rooters. I'm just putting my carrot seeds in here so I don't lose them. I'm going to put them back in the basket because I'm not going to do anything with them right now. I have a big bag of Miracle-Gro potting mix. I suppose I could hold it up. It's heavy. This very large bag here. So I start my seeds with a potting mix. I don't use a seed starter just because I haven't yet. It seems, seed starters don't have any nutrients in it. It just seems like just go to potting mix. That's my preference. What am I going to put where? Do I do trays? What am I doing first? I've been doing a lot of thinking lately about seed starting as far as selling extra, plant starts in spring. I missed the fall, circumstances being can't control the pests and things, even though I sprayed a bunch of neem oil and I tried to keep them away. There's nothing that I could have done. They're gone. So whenever it comes to spring, what I plan on doing is taking a bunch of these 6 cells, planting 1, maybe 2 per, and then selling it as a 6-pack. Last year at the seed starting sale, and I sold everything individually. I guess it did. It did alright, I guess, but I just feel like would I go buy just a single plant or a single thing? Probably not. I would probably want to buy something that has 6 plants in it. So that is one thing that I will be doing differently next year. These trays that I am filling up with soil are meant for the single pot trays here, or single pot. They're single pot trays. No, they're not. What are they? Whatever they're called. They have compartments. I'm going to fill some of them up with soil. I obviously use them for both things to hold both, but I found that planting heavily in here and then thinning it out, transplanting those things rather than thinning, seem to have pretty good success with it. Plus it's got the drainage holes in it, and it works for me. I'm gonna do lettuce. Oh, I don't have any markers with me. That could be a problem. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately about the things that this past year that I could have done better for better success. And another one of those things, I've mentioned a couple already, but another one of those things would be, you know, don't overplant, even though I'm kind of doing that again now. Too much of one thing, yes, fills up the space in the garden, but then you only have a whole bunch of that one thing. I just covered these seeds up with a light layer of soil, and I'm just lightly tamping down to make sure that there is good soil touch to the seeds so that they germinate. I guess I'll just leave that there. Yep. Oh crap, go away. So this is red romaine lettuce. This over here will be dinosaur kale. It all died. I planted it out too soon. This will be my first time if I actually can get the plant to grow, growing dinosaur kale. Last year I did blue Siberian and something else, I don't remember. They came out to be really bitter. I didn't really too much care for them. The dinosaur kale looks really stinking cool, so I really wanted to try to grow it. And the plants get huge. That I am pretty excited for, to see how big they get. I didn't mention this, but normally whenever you are doing seeds, it is best to moisten your soil before you plant the seeds. It has been raining here the last couple days, and these bags were outside and there were holes in them, so the soil is pretty moist. So I don't need to do a pre-water. So it has been almost a year. This is my third season. Fourth season. I fall gardened last year. It's been a year since I've been gardening to try to grow food and, you know, things that I like. And as I've been thinking that it's been a year, I've been doing a lot of reflecting and thinking about what it is that I've been doing, what it is I plan to continue doing, and then just realizing just how much I've learned and probably grown as a person in the last year, as cheesy as that sounds. Gardening has definitely been a way to help me with my depression, among other issues, but we're not going to get into that. Big wood chips, that's exactly why I'm getting a little bit and sprinkling it over the seeds, because the seeds will not grow under those wood chips. I just planted Brunswick cabbage, and on the other side I'm doing snowball cauliflower. Oh, look at me not paying attention. Those were the ones I wanted to put in here because they're bigger. They get bigger. watching the news this morning and see Captain Kirk go into space. That was pretty awesome. Good marketing, using a celebrity like that to market space travel. I think that was the coolest thing. I grew up with Star Trek. I still watch Star Trek. So tell me in the comments below, if you had the opportunity to go on the Blue Origin space trip, would you go? So I have green sprouting, calabrese broccoli, just basic broccoli. This is supposed to be a little bit sweeter than the traditional broccoli that you would find at the grocery store, which is why I got these. I'm going to put them in the 6-cell seed tray thing. Now you'd think by now I would have learned the names of these things. Tray. Oh, that one got 3. It's not a tray, it's a hole. A tray is like a whole thing. I try. That's what's important. Now, don't want to tap it down too hard. I'm not trying to suffocate it. I'm just trying to get all the soil into each cell. You hear that? I remembered the name. Say it 100 times, then you'll finally remember what it is. And I'm going to use this tray to hold them. Doing 2 trays. Keep calling them trays. 2 little thingy things of the broccoli. One thing is a cell. Is it a tray? Those got more than 2. 1, 2, 3. Because I have purple too. Purple broccoli doing here. Okay, so this is my first time starting microgreens. I got them from the Dollar General in this pack. It says 2 to 5 days to germinate, so an 1/8 inch deep, seed spacing a 1/4 inch. They grow 1 to 2 inches high, and you can harvest in 10 to 15 days. So let's try these out. Still quite a bit in there. Those are heavily seeded. Here I have Long Island Brussels sprouts I'm going to put in these. Okay, so I have all these trays planted. I'm going to plant the cilantro, but I wanted to start it in something that had a lid. So this is an old salad container. There's no holes on it. I thought I put holes on it. Scissors. I put holes in the bottom. Cilantro has shallow roots, so it's not necessary for me to put too much soil in it. It's not going to grow too deep. Here we have cilantro, coriander, whichever you want to call it. I'm probably going to do most of this. About half. Well, okay, I have everything planted now. I moved everything into the greenhouse. Shifted some things around. These are some daisies that had just sprouted, but this is what I did today. And I shuffled around some of those. These are also from today. Tomorrow I am going to work on fixing the wall back here. Maybe, I mean, next month or the month after I'm going to take the whole thing down and redo it completely anyway. But there's a lot of birds that keep getting in here and squirrels, so I would like to keep my seeds this time.
Wait, what birds are getting?
Yeah, I've seen them.
What kind of birds?
Ones that are digging up my soil. You want to show me the peppers you were picking?
This is the only one that is huge I saw.
Yeah, let's go to the pepper bed.
Okay. Oh, it looks like this one might be ready. Maybe not.
No,
one,
not yet.
This one's going to be ready soon. So
Yeah.
this one and this one.
See how resilient that okra is?
Wow. We just let it chill out and it grew.
Yep, what happened was I cut it down at the base. I cut it down further after the deers chomped it off, and it started to grow back.
Mom?
Okra plants are awesome.
Is this ready?
So are pepper plants. No, it's not ready yet. You see how big that is? I want to try to get big ones. If this is going to be the last peppers that we're going to get, I want to try to get them as big as we can.
You want to try to get one like this big?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We once got an oak. Hey.
Tell me again.
Once we got an okra this big.
That big. We waited
Yeah.
too long to pick it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Oh, wait. Is it rotting? Yeah, that's rotting.
If it's rotting, pull it off.
Oh, it's not rotting.
Cool.
It was just a stem, a tomato stem. Top of a tomato. And the peppers are growing off the side.
Yeah, well, don't pull them too hard so they grow. So after the deer ate these last time, they chomped them down completely. I really heavily fertilized, and I also added extra soil to build up to allow the roots to kind of go up the stem a little bit. And they have come back, and I'm so happy. I'm just hoping that the deer do not come back and chomp them down again. If I can get one more good harvest off of them. I'll be happy. Yes.
Imagine if I made an invisible fence.
An invisible fence?
Yeah.
If it was invisible, then it wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't be there.
No, I put it around here. It look invisible and you can see through it, but when the deers come in, they go, ooh, what's this? There's no wall there though. Ooh, ooh.
That's funny. We need a force field.
Yeah.
Do you think you can invent a force field for me?
Maybe in the future.
Okay.
Imagine what future plans there will be.
Yeah? Awesome. That sounds like a plan, bud. So over here are the spicier peppers. Banana peppers, cayenne pepper, and there's another one. And then the okra. And
Hungarian yellow wax.
Ah, thank you.
And these are the sweet peppers.
These are the sweet peppers.
They
See a
have
bunch of
green
little ones. Oh, not yet. Oh, it needs to get a little bit bigger.
Okay. Any more that might be bigger? No, not that I see them.
But there's a bunch of flowers.
This one's almost ready.
No, that's a bell pepper. That one's supposed to be pretty big. So that still's gonna be a while.
Here.
Let that grow for another day. And this bed was mostly weeds for a while. The onions didn't really take. There's still a couple of onions in there, but they're little. But I put the rest of the peppers that I had sitting in a pot so they didn't die. See if they can grow a little bit. And these are the same peppers from the same pot, just planted like 2 weeks earlier. So these are ready.
So that's what it's supposed to look like?
This one, I don't remember what that is. I know it's a spicy. one.
What kind of pepper is this?
I don't know. You want to take a bite of it? You want to take a bite of it?
No.
No.
You said it was super spicy.
It is spicy. Is it?
It's sweet pepper.
It is.
That's a sweet pepper.
So it is. Our pepper plants back here are coming back, but everything else is pretty much pulled out. I do still need to get to those tomato plants because they're just full of disease. The marigolds are coming back. Oh, here. They look lovely. Here we have radishes.
Can I pick one?
They're diseased. Pick one of what? No, the radishes aren't ready yet.
Oh.
But when they are, you can.
Wait, is that one?
Nope.
It's
Cover it.
really big.
Cover it over with soil. I know. Soon.
Speaking of future stuff, I have this game called Merge Cyber Cars. So future cars you merge.
Oh.
You add them together and make new ones.
Cool. That sounds like a cool game.
Yeah. So far I've gotten to the special police car and gotten a little bit higher in life.
Awesome. All right. What do you say we finish up and go inside?
I'm already about level 19 or 20, halfway to 20. About.
What's half of 20?
Half of 20, 10.
Correct.
I'm on level 19.
That's awesome.
I'm about halfway to level 20 now.
Good. So we still have quite a bit of celery. I think I've harvested about half of it. I think it just grew for so long that I just don't really care for the taste of it. It's actually kind of bitter. Got a bunch of eggplants. Over here.
Mom.
More eggplants. Pineapple plant. I think it's actually growing. It looks like it's growing. It looks taller. These are the cabbages that I planted over here, and the bugs pretty much got to them. We've got a bunch of volunteer tomatoes, and I'm Not positive, but I'm pretty sure these are tomatoes.
Mom.
Okay, you ready? These are beans. Snap beans.
Dragon.
Nope, these are the rattlesnake beans.
That's all.
Yeah. Trying to circle around each other.
Dragon snap?
These are just green beans.
Oh, and snap
I
beans?
think they're blue lake beans.
Ooh, Blue Lake. Cool, that's a cool name.
It is a cool name. Burnt a little.
What?
The leaves
How they
need to come
burn?
out. If they're wet and the sun beams on them for too long, they can get burnt.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a snack pack. Not snack pack.
There's potatoes growing in the back. And garlic in the front. And there's ginger in the middle.
Look at the sky.
Ooh, yeah, look at the sky.
I never get a perfect view of the
It's pretty.
I never get a perfect view of my tiny red camera
Mm-hmm.
or with my phone of the
Yeah.
sky. I either forget or
These are the starts that are left.
I'm either too late.
That is all I have for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I planted some seeds and showed you the garden a little bit. Do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah.
What?
Thanks for stopping by the homestead. See you tomorrow, or maybe the day after tomorrow.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.